good morning for the last time from Deltaville, Virginia. We are finally on the move. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of bittersweet. We spent a lot of time here, and Ainsley had some, her first memorable Christmas, and I don't know, it's kind of weird to be leaving here. We've been here for 6 months, but boats are meant to move, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're moving. And Shawn left this morning, headed to Solomon's Island, and I'm going to meet him with the car. Of course, it'll take me 2.5 hours versus his 7 to 12, depending on weather. But yeah, we are finally leaving. Let's see here. But yeah, we're finally leaving. And it's kind of exciting yet.
Why you don't sell on a schedule. Fortunately, the forecast was wrong. The wind didn't pivot out of the east as much. It's pretty much straight out of the north, which my heading's a 350. So there's no sail angle at this point. Seas are starting to pick up a little bit, 3 foot. Seeing a little bit of white caps on some of these little rollers. Had to push the motor a little harder as well. Trying to pick up the speed. We were floundering pretty hard, and every time we get caught in a decent swell would stop by, it almost stop us dead in our tracks. So, change of plans. Not gonna go to Solomon's tonight. I'm gonna go to Reedville, which is not very far from Deltaville. As a matter of fact, Lisa's working in Reedville today. So, I mean, it's a maybe 45-minute, hour-long car ride from Deltaville, but found an anchorage there that's got some dock access, it looks like. We may pop into a marina, I don't know yet, but I don't know. This wind was supposed to shift more of an easterly later, or earlier this morning. It didn't, and it doesn't look like it's going to now until probably later this afternoon. So, as my boom slaps around here. Really not much for me to be able to do, or not much to do, except find an alternative, which I have, and we're going to start pounding our way that direction. This is the life of cruising, though. I'm not as, I would say, in the dumps as I was this morning. Got out here, shook everything loose a little bit. Feel a lot better. Just need to make some progress, I guess. 2 boats. We're heading southbound, headed to Deltaville. So they were sailing downwind and cruising. Kind of jealous of that. So anyway, we'll report back when there's more to talk about. It's about 10 o'clock here. Depending on how we do headway, should be there in Reedville, 2:30 or so. We'll see. Day 2 of our journey, heading north back to northeast Maryland and leaving the Wicomico River channel here. We stayed the night in Reedville at Fairport Marina. Tell you what, folks, if you're looking for a no-frills place to just be safe for the night, good electricity, and it's the place to duck in. That's the place to go. $1 a foot as of May of 2024. And $5 for electricity. Sat right on the face of the fuel dock. Didn't move a budge all night. Don't get me wrong. Dock is a little rickety in a couple spots, but I mean, I didn't feel unsafe. And man, really good place. So on our way, we're gonna do Solomon's today, 40 miles. Weather looks significantly better. As you can see, the sun's actually out today. And the wind is supposed to turn in our favor around lunchtime. See if that actually happens, because if it does, we'll get the sails up and we'll get moving. Welcome aboard. Well, about 6 hours later, we made it about the same place we did before we had to turn around. That's right. I had to turn this thing around. My autopilot, I lost pretty much all my navigation. The wire on the back of the switch panel had come loose. We were actually putting our Victron battery monitor in there, and I think we may have wiggled that a little bit. Future Shawn here. And at this moment, we should have really considered our options, as this turnaround had put me about 3.5 hours behind. And the autopilot situation ultimately would rear its head again. Next time, though, in a much worse sea state than it is currently. From this point forward, decisions should have been made significantly differently. But we're back now, working, shooting right along. But I pretty much had to go right back to where we were, right into the mouth of that channel and anchor. And fighting some current, man, in the Chesapeake today. On top of the little bit of wind, it's actually dying out now. So, kind of, this is what you get when you start sailing / motoring on a schedule. Things just get increasingly convoluted. So, based on the turnaround and then the current and everything else that was really working against us early this morning, and I should have checked that. I thought it was going to be shifted or turned, but got to get back into the swing of things. Either way, we're getting out here only doing 2 knots. I've only got a 2-blade sailor prop on this thing, and that's changing the minute we get it out of the water. Putting a 3-blade on this puppy and hopefully get some hull speed out of it. But anyway, change of plans. So I won't get into Solomon's tonight if I wanted to go into Solomon's until probably about 10 p.m. I don't really foresee, or I don't want to pay for a slip and then only be there for 8 hours. But I have Lisa and Ainsley in the car kind of doing their own thing and throughout the day. So I would have to either get a slip, or we'd have to park the car somewhere and dinghy, or I'd have to dinghy to go pick them up, which is fine. However, Lisa's a little weary about leaving the car somewhere and it potentially getting towed. And I get that, but man, that's if it was us on this boat, all these things would have been a non-event. We would have had we'd be cruising. But we got to make this one more move here, make things a little convoluted. So I think I'm going to go through the night. Try to squeeze all the way to Annapolis. They're gonna hotel it somewhere. I'm gonna get to Annapolis probably 6-7 o'clock in the morning. Anchor down in Back Creek somewhere, or maybe just outside of one of the mooring fields. Take a nap, and then go pick them up off at Ego Alley later today or later tomorrow. Spend a night in Annapolis, and then hopefully push through to Northeast on Monday. That's the plan. The wind here is about to shift actually as well. I'm coming up about an hour away south of the Potomac. Get about 4 knots. Again, we're riding up the flood tides coming in, so we're riding that up. So anyway, so as we get to the Potomac, the wind is probably going to start shifting and actually supposed to rotate around out of the from the north out to the west in a calm state, and then actually shoot back out of the south at 8 to 10. So a really easy downwind sail that may push me a good way up the Chesapeake up towards Annapolis tonight. So fingers crossed we can shut this motor off, because I am so tired of listening to it. But we're getting our dollars worth out of it, and it's running like a champ. This whole boat is actually doing really well outside of the things that we've self-induced. So that's the plan. come along as we continue chooching right along here. I'll update you in a little bit. Can't tell if I'm sunburnt or wind chapped or what. A little bit of rain off in the distance here. Hopefully that is gonna fall apart before it gets to me. There's a bunch of it right in front of me here, but I think it's gonna be too slow. It's gonna go past left to right. I wish I had a bubble in my head sail, but can't really fix it right now. Let this weather pass by, let things cool down or cool off, or not cool off, but calm down a little bit. And we'll go from there. Not even halfway yet, but closer to Solomon's, or Solomon's is right here, so not far from it. Technically, I could duck in here, but I don't know. I don't think it makes sense. To do that when I could be in Annapolis in another 10 hours. So we're gonna press on for now. Had a really cool tall ship over here past me. I'll see if I get a clip of that for you guys. But just motoring away here. Wind out of right off our back now, so we're pretty much straight downwind. But I had to change the. I had to bring in the head sail a little bit. It was just flailing with the wind being a little inconsistent. This is the first time it's actually been pretty significant all day. Didn't really slow us down too much, so. Do my best to get a clip of this. Oh, focus. It's not going to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Gorgeous boat. I tried to hail them on the radio. Didn't get nothing. I'm curious where they're headed. The head sail came unraveled and it's twisted, and the autopilot just disconnected. I'm okay. Just I don't know what to do, and it's rough, and I'm not gonna be able to anchor with this head sail blowing around. I gotta figure some stuff out, and I'm by myself.